Ozai's revenge. Ozai sat pitifully in his cell, humiliated by his son and defeated by the Avatar. To think how he'd nearly taken it all, how the world had been within his grasp just for it to slip away in a single night. He'd been failed by his pathetic son, his hopeless nation, and the greatest disappointment of them all. Clang! Tump, tump, tump. Ozai heard the steps approach him as the door creaked open. He didn't even turn to look as the figure kneeled to the ground before his cage, bowing to him. "I've come for your instructions, father." The defeated Fire Lord sat quietly. "Zuko may have taken the throne, but we can still defeat him and regain our nation's honor." Ozai said nothing, continuing to stare at the wall of his cell. "I can eliminate Zuko with ease, then take my rightful place on the throne, and place you as the Phoenix King once again. Together, we'll conquer the world and spread the greatness of the Fire Nation to its furthest reaches, just as Sozin intended." Ozai looked over his shoulder. "Do you really think you have anything left to offer?" Azula lifted her head, paralyzed by her father's question. "I was going to be the Phoenix King," he continued. "I was going to conquer the world and build a new empire from its ash. I was going to end the war your great-grandfather started a century ago, and your incompetence cost me everything." Azula was silent. She didn't dare interrupt her father. "Your brother was a failure," he scowled, "but at least he knew to run when he betrayed me. You lay before me on your hands and knees, claiming you can take back the throne. I see nothing in you except a failure of a prodigy and a dishonor to the Fire Nation." Ozai's torment was more than Azula could handle. She had come to rescue her father, not be humiliated by him. Ozai turned his head back towards the wall. "If you retook the throne from your brother, if you conquered the world in the name of the Fire Nation, if you killed the Avatar and all those who supported him, you would still have no worth to me." Azula's jaw began to tremble, and she bowed her head in shame. "You were a fire prodigy, the Fire Nation princess, the great conqueror of Ba Sing Se, and you were defeated by a mediocre firebender and a measly water tribe girl." Azula felt them burn in her eyes, the pain worse than her defeat to Zuko, worse than anything she'd ever felt. "And now, when you have nothing left to offer, you come crawling to beg for my forgiveness while your brother waits for me to tell you about your mother," Ozai mocked. "What an endearing sentiment. You are freed of your disgrace, and you get to reunite with your brother and your mother as I rot away in this cell. I'm sure nothing would make you happier, Azula." "No!" Azula was shaking, and her cry could be heard across the prison. "I've never cared about her. You're everything to me. I'd do anything for you." Ozai turned back towards Azula, staring coldly into her eyes and speaking just above a whisper. "Then finish her," Ozai commanded. "End your mother's life, and you will have redeemed yourself to me."